Welcome to the Unenglish Coffee Office. Today is Sunday, August 24, and like every morning, David and Alex are at the coffee machine.
Hey Alex, how's it going? Grabbed your coffee yet, or are you just daydreaming by the machine again?
Hey David, I'm doing all right, just waiting for the slowpoke brewer to finish up. How's your morning shaping up?
Oh, the usual sales hustle. Trying to wake up before I gotta charm some clients into signing on the dotted line.
Huh, I feel you. I've got a project update meeting later, so I'm banking on this coffee to keep me sharp.
Speaking of needing a jolt, did you catch that piece on the Washington Post about the global economy? They're talking about massive investments in climate tech worldwide.
Yeah, I read that. Countries are pouring billions into green solutions to meet those 2050 net zero targets.
Billions, huh? That's a crazy amount of dough for stuff like solar panels and electric gizmos.
It's bigger than just gadgets. It's about overhauling entire industries to cut emissions and shift how global markets operate.
I get that. But I'm just thinking about my sales game. If clients go all eco-warrior, I might have to start pitching green products to stay relevant.
That's not a bad idea. Companies jumping on the sustainability train early could snag a serious edge over the competition.
Yeah, maybe I'll spin it as the next big thing. Hey, buy this eco-friendly widget and save the planet while you're at it.
Huh, that's one way to close a deal. It'll be interesting to see how fast these investments actually turn into real change.
For sure. As long as it's not just hot air and buzzwords, I've seen too many game-changing trends flop after the hype.
True. Implementation is the real test. Governments and businesses need to align on this for it to stick.
Fingers crossed. They don't mess it up. Hey, on a different note, did you see that tech story in the New York Times about AI regulations coming down the pipeline?
I did. They're saying major countries are finally working on laws to control how AI gets rolled out in business and public spaces.
About freaking time, if you ask me. AI awesome, but right now it's like the Wild West with zero sheriffs.
Exactly. Without rules, you've got huge risks like data leaks or algorithms spitting out biased results that screw people over.
Yeah, I've got a pal in tech who's sweating bullets over this. His company uses AI for sales predictions, and now they're worried they might have to ditch half their setup.
That's tough. But regulation could balance things out, making sure smaller players aren't steamrolled by tech giants with bottomless budgets.
I hear ya, but I just hope it doesn't kill the vibe. AI been a lifesaver for crunching numbers and spotting trends in my sales reports.
It's definitely a tightrope. Governments have to protect users without choking off innovation in the process.
Yeah, let's hope they don't overdo it with red tape. I don't want to go back to guessing client needs with a magic 8-ball.
Huh, that'd be a step backward. Still, some oversight might push companies to build better, more ethical AI tools.
Maybe, as long as it doesn't slow us down. I'm all for ethics, but I've got quotas to hit,
Fair enough. It's going to be a wait and see on how these laws shape up over the next few years.
Totally. Hey, switching gears, did you catch that culture piece on CNN's about the boom in remote work communities around the world?
Oh yeah, I saw that. They're saying digital nomad hubs are popping up everywhere, especially in places like Southeast Asia and Southern Europe.
Man, that sounds like the life. Ditch the office, set up shop on a beach, and join meetings with a coconut in hand.
It does sound dreamy. But the article also pointed out how it's shaking up local economies and even social vibes in those spots.
How's that? I figured it's just more tourists spending cash, which should be a win for locals, right?
Not always. It's driving up costs like rent and groceries. And sometimes locals feel pushed out, or like their culture's getting overrun.
Dang. That's a bummer. Kind of like when a hip new cafe opens in your hood and suddenly you can't afford your own block.
Spot on. It's a trade-off, freedom and flexibility for nomads, but it can strain the communities they flock to.
Yeah, didn't think about the flip side. Still, I'd kill to work remote for a month or two just to test the waters.
Same here. I wonder if companies will start building policies around this nomad trend to keep talent happy.
Oh, they better, or they'll lose people faster than you can say Zoom call. Nobody wants to be chained to a desk anymore.
That's true. The whole concept of work is shifting. Makes you think what an office will even mean in a decade.
Probably just a virtual coffee machine in the metaverse. I'll log in just to chat with your avatar.
Huh, deal. As long as the virtual coffee tastes better than this stuff.
No kidding. This brew is barely getting me through. Hey, you ever think about how all this global stuff ties back to us here?
What do you mean? Like how these trends hit our little office bubble?
Yeah, exactly. Like climate tech could change what we sell, AI rules might mess with our systems, and remote work could empty out this place.
That's a good point. We're not isolated. Every big shift out there trickles down to how we do our jobs day to day.
Right. I'm just trying to stay ahead of the curve, so I don't get blindsided by some new policy or trend.
Smart thinking? Staying informed is half the battle, especially in roles like ours where adaptability is key.
Yep, gotta keep the hustle flexible. Speaking of which, I should probably get back to my desk before the boss starts sending out search parties.
Same here. I've got that project review to prep for. Let's catch up at the coffee spot tomorrow, yeah?
You know it. Wouldn't skip it for anything. Have a good one, Alex.
You too, David. Go crush those sales calls.
Time to get to work. Don't forget to subscribe and practice your English every day. You'll see how it just keeps getting better and better. See you tomorrow. Hope you have a fantastic day.